At first I thought that, you put down one camera and pick up another one, and it's all images through lenses and everything. Boy, what a big change. It took me at least 6 months even to get the concept of stringing out a piece of time. Everybody wanted to be on television. Well, most people wanted to be on television. If you were at the courthouse trying to photograph somebody that didn't want to be on television, then that's a different story. But by and large, it was a very easy task to get somebody to get in front of your camera, because everybody's got a little bit of ham in them.
In its first year of operation, CFPL was more notable for what it accomplished behind the cameras. Programming increased from 4 hours a day to over 10. The original staff of 20 grew to 55. By the fall of 1954, the station was signing on as early as 2 in the afternoon. But it was a case of quantity over quality.
We were given very little opportunity to have any training. In fact, we found the viewers were very supportive of us. We had people phoning in after the first week offering to help us and provide knowledge of meteorology and so on. And they helped us a good deal study meteorology, because most of us were what you might call converted radio announcers at that time.
On the local front, CFPL-TV covered its first municipal election less than 2 weeks after its first broadcast. The station did not distinguish itself.
This has been a busy day for the city's first woman alderman, Mrs. Edwin Fullerton. Her future job as a member of City Council will probably be a bit strange to her, but she shows she's no stranger to the kitchen as she efficiently irons her husband's shirts.
Highlights from the first month of operations included a chicken wearing glasses and IQ tests for hamsters. One day, the news crew was so hard-pressed, it used up a whole minute of airtime on a woman watering a cactus with tea. Televisits, hosted by Murray Brown, was perhaps the dullest show ever produced by CFPL.
Well, Televisits was an idea we picked up from a station in Iowa, where the manager would go on the station every night and talk about things that were going to happen on the station, or should happen. So I would do that with no script, and we got a lot of letters, and you would read the letters and try to explain. You have to remember, in those early days of television, people were very interested in watching anything. They're too sophisticated today.
Now that it's going well, all we do is turn the screw nozzle at the top of the kill flame extinguisher.
If the news department at the television station here wasn't able to get to the fire, we would get a photograph from the London Free Press, and we would put it on our animation stand. We would take a cigar smoke, we'd smoke a cigar and blow it in on top of the photograph, and this would create the feeling that we were actually at a fire. My problem with doing that was I'd get green in the gills because I wasn't a smoker, and here I was smoking a huge, probably Cuban cigar, and I just wanted to puke. It was a horrible, horrible feeling. So I was done like a dinner for at least 2 hours after doing that.
Film budgets in the news department were so tight, news editor Ron Laidlaw jokingly told his cameramen just to shoot the goals at hockey games. To maximize regional coverage, the station hired a series of stringers in the surrounding counties. Elgin County correspondent Art Goodwin was paid $10 a story.
He was what you call a carpenter/correspondent for the London Free Press, and when the TV came on the scene, he thought, oh gosh, that's just a ticket. So he went out, bought a 16-millimeter camera, and taught himself how to shoot film, and found a receptive market here at the station.
Now, we understand this is being done really by sort of an indirect court order. That is, they're ordering you to have this done.
Yes, the Department of Animal Health, which is a disease that they say is contagious. It is not contagious. I can cure this disease on 100 head of cattle for less than $1 bill. But it's too cheap a cure for them. They don't want that. They want to make money out of it.
When we started shooting sound, it was a case of an old Oricon optical sound, a big amplifier box, and if it was away from the road, you had to take the car battery out, carry it to the location, and clip in. And, it And it was a man's job in those days.
That's it, George. That's all they need. They're going to charge you with drunk driving, George. What's next?
Despite heavy equipment and tight budgets, CFPL's programming for 1954 won the station its first award.
Canadian Broadcaster and Telescreen presents this Beaver Award to television station CFPL-TV, London, for the development of filmed news, which enables people to see local events vividly enacted on their telescreens 2 hours or less after they occur.
Viewers were also impressed. The sale of television sets exploded throughout the station's coverage area. Despite an average price tag of $600, the number of homes equipped with televisions tripled in a single year. It seemed everyone was benefiting from television, except CFPL.
Yes, from its jet beam taillights to its jet-style bumper guards, the fabulous Pontiac 456 is really loaded.
Advertisers remained hesitant towards the new medium. Operating profits for 1955 were only $23,000, less than a quarter of the company's radio operations.
I had a client out of Stratford, I believe he was, and he called me. He was a barn painter and he wanted to go on television, and I envisioned, as many people did after, of a chap with a truck, a ladder, and a big wide brush doing barns. And anyway, we put him on the air, and I had a lot of local advertisers say to me, well, if a barn painter can go on the air, I surely could afford it. Now, the fact that the fellow had many trucks and it was all automated and he had many workers, I didn't enter into it. It was just the fact that he was called a barn painter.
That effortless tapping you just saw there produced fine shredded coleslaw like this. Once you try the Chop-O-Matic, friends, you'll wonder how you ever got along without it.